somehow it was very stupid when I knew that it's not that long, it's Finnish and Swedish. So why it's so long? Is it feels, but it was like two languages. But anyway, to understand,
You're learning Swedish and Finnish simultaneously.
so somehow it was very like, I don't know. But in the story, I have to mind the story. I have to mind the picture. I have to mind the colors. I have to mind everything. So it's not wise to see the movie first time and with translator. No, it's better to use the old movie that you see in it and you already memorize it and you already like. If you go away, you can say it again with the Finnish subtitles. This is one of the good methods that I always use.
That's interesting. Thanks for sharing, because all these things are
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Thank you. Hey guys, let's.
Yeah, this exercise was good, except that I don't know much of Finnish, and whatever I thought I would say, I just completely blanked out. Even the words which I remember usually, but at this stage,
Nervousness.
maybe I was too nervous. But yeah, most of the time, I do the same thing which I did there. I tell the other person that I don't understand Finnish. Can you speak in English? And I try to say at least those things in Finnish.
Okay.
But
And how's that working out?
not very good. I'm not improving actually. I'm just stuck at that. And that's what I want to do. I want to improve. I want
One
to
step
learn
at a
more.
time.
Yes.
Tomorrow you ask for your tea in Finnish.
I would, yes.
And cream. You add cream there. Okay. How did you feel? You were a bit late, but how do you feel?
Actually, I really like the idea of the course, but on a regular basis, because I think it really helps with boosting your self-confidence. Because one thing is that the actor that you have, she was actually talking real Finnish. She was not simplifying. So when you go to courses, the teacher is always simplifying, and you are like, yeah, whatever, I'm understanding here, but real life is something else. That was one good point. And another good point is the teacher or the organizer does not correct your grammar mistakes, and that boosts your self-confidence. Because when you go to many courses that they have really high focus on the grammar, they are all the time like, no, not like that, not haluasin, halusin. And you're like, I'm wrong. At some point you get
You stop bothering only. Okay.
yeah, because I learned Finnish that way, that I went to a course that the teacher was not correcting anyone. We were just talking even wrong, but I don't know how it works, just because you get more confident and you spend more time doing that, you will eventually get there. So that's the type of course that I'm looking for in Finnish, the same way, that I don't care about if I'm wrong.
It's about the message.
Just like you don't tell a child that you should put the verb before the object, or you just think that's how it goes.
Yeah,
You
good
will
point.
get there.
Very good point. Yeah. These are the type of, I guess everybody's frustrated with the same things.
Yeah, and that results in the fact that you don't spend time anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
But such a thing is fun, so you continue doing it.
Well, I completely agree, and if you find that course, please let me know.
Yeah, actually, I'm really looking.
Okay, good luck with that. And I have to say that even though the environment in there was really stress-free, it happened exactly the same situation that happens to me when I'm in real life conversation in Finnish. I mean, because, okay, when they start talking to me in Finnish, I know some vocabulary, but then because there is some time limit or whatever, then I think into my head, okay, I didn't understand everything, so what will it be really bad if I say just yo? So we go on. So that's what I did. I just said yo, and I was thinking that, okay, she will bring me food. How bad can it be? I don't have allergies, so whatever. So that's why I was like,
Just hungry.
so I lost half of the things. I mean, I got some things, but then I lost half of the conversation. So I was like, yo, whatever, bring it will go. So yes, I mean, that is what I do in real life, and it's bad because that way I kind of feel I step back and I say whatever, I survive with English and I'm fine, but it's not the right thing to do.
And you're up
So-
to here of meatballs, aren't
Exactly.
you? No more peronamusi. Yeah.
Exactly. I have to
Okay.
try. That was great. I mean, I wish I could find a course like that. So I will learn that way. Thank you for the
Let's put it together.
opportunity.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
This practice is very funny and yeah, it's a good competition. But actually, when I speak the Finnish that I didn't familiar with it, I feel a little bit uncomfortable, and I was always very nervous and can't focus on the vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
But it's useful if practice more in. But I prefer I to watch the video like this condition, but not myself in.
Okay. So was it too much pressure?
Because this I didn't familiar to about this topic, its vocabulary, and actually in my life not the really conversation with Finnish with real Finnish. Usually it's courses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
challenge
think
for
about
me.
putting you in a more
No, but
dire
it-
situations next time. Let's make it harder for you.
Come on.
First, I have to say I didn't wait this kind of groups for this workshop,
Mm-hmm.
and also I didn't waiting so energical organizer like you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a surprise for me. I have to say this because
I looked really strict at the beginning, right? Like,
Yeah.
on time.
Yeah, seriously, at the beginning I was like, should I say that I cannot come tomorrow, or should I just go without saying anything?
No, as I said, I'm not that uptight, but the first pilot that I ran, people just came once, and then it was 5 days, it was way too long, so
Yeah.
people came once, then the third day, and never again. So the data, I was like,
Yeah,
I need to follow through, that's the
yeah,
problem.
of course.
So you were saying?
And also about teaching to or learning to language in Finland is an interesting subject. One thing is Finnish people don't want to teach.
Mm.
One thing is they don't want to talking a little bit slowly with immigrants.
Mm.
And also immigrants cannot use other any language, mutual language for about asking anything. Its system is Finnish to Finnish, some things like that. But also I saw this here today, we get very happy because of we make a scenario. It was so interesting. And also I think this kind of movies like karaoke, music, dancing, this kind of things is helping, so we're positive to learning language.
Mm.
But problem is Finland immigrants language learning program system now have this kind of ways like kindergarten style for immigrants. Then this is very negative things.
It's frustrating.
Like we learning very monotone and boring, and we cannot be even friend with sometime classmate. This is very very different.
Oh.
But first day I saw here everybody like was been together since 1 month style.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Well, as I said, it's about getting independent on how you want to learn. There is no program that includes theater in like, but Familia is trying.
They have
Yeah, they are doing very good.
They have talking group.
To-
Talking group.
Talking group.
Talking
Yeah.
groups in libraries
So
and,
there are a lot of courses. It's just a matter of finding your best fit. But what I mean, the type of methods that we're using now, they are not part of any program. They are in a way experimental. So if I manage to make my case, like you say, this is helping me, then it might be that in the future this gets integrated more and more into language courses for immigrants, and then we learn to deal with other type of aspects of language learning. Yes, so that's kind of the whole point of running these.
Yeah,
Right,
also
to
this is
see-
very big difference. Like people cannot find anybody for asking about Finnish anything. Everybody is actually be far away to who asking some Finnish language things. It's so difficult to find speaker friends.
Oh, I disagree. We can give you a lot of resources where you may find a lot of like very willing people. I have found, like, I guess
Okay.
the batch of interesting, nice talking Finns.
Oh.
There is a thing about the language, the Finnish language, and this is my very personal point of view. There's not written anywhere, okay? Finnish language is the core of the Finnish identity, okay?
Yeah.
Finnish people are a mix from Russia and Sweden, and from the north, a very particular ethnic group, exactly. But they are a mix in many ways. And what has been making them unique is that they speak Finnish. And that has rearranged the way they think, the way they do things, everything. So imagine if you have immigrants that want to learn the language, how are you going to teach something that is so valuable for you?
Well,
It's a very thing. Yeah, it's a very. It's a dilemma.
So
Because-
basically they are very possessive about language, you would say?
No. That
Okay.
you should teach the best language possible, the best language available, which is Kirjakieli, because
Mhm.
that's the original language.
But the problem
Yeah.
is that Kirjakieli, because I also started doing the same thing, starting from university and failed
Mhm.
miserably.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I'm good in grammar,
Mhm.
but Puhukieli is totally different.
I know, and they are very aware. They are very aware that outside, and the thing about language is that it's alive.
Yeah.
It's a thing that flows and it changes every day. There are words that come from things that you didn't know. I mean, there are like technological advancements, and then you have a new word, and from that word there comes like a huge set of concepts, and they have to adapt it to Finnish language. But they know, and they are very conscious that outside you will do with the language whatever you want. People destroy the language, they make it their own. That's what you have to do. That's what I think I do. I make the language my own. Of course, I adapt here and there. There are some things that I still say, like very Kirjakieli, and I sound like slow and like a granny, but I have no other
But
way
at
of
least surviving
expressing
granny is better
myself.
than nothing.
And I have no other way of expressing myself. But every day, I teach myself something new. Little. I don't assume that I'm gonna learn Finnish, like speak or like maybe get into a political debate with someone the next week.
Mhm.
Like I'm realistic in that sense. Like what do I want and what's the purpose for me of learning this language? What are my objectives? I want to be fluent in this, I want to be fluent in this, and I want to be fluent in that. I'm a mother, so for me it's very important to understand what happens in daycare.
Yeah.
So I try to be as fluent as possible in that scenario.
But I think you will learn best from your babies. That's what I've been also taught. Like you want to learn Finnish, learn from the babies.
They are very.
So they
they are
bluntly
key.
tell you what they think about you. You don't feel hurt, and they tell you the correct thing.
Yeah, they do open up a lot of doors. But let's finish up with the conversations, the analysis and comments and feelings.
Yeah, the feelings about speaking about that the conversation with the Finns. Yeah, that case you become more aware of your problems regarding the language compared to speaking with the, normal basic Finns with some non-Finns, and especially for those which they are not in an environment that they have to speak in Finnish. It's a bit challenging when they face suddenly to need to change. But in general, I believe, putting simulating the environment, the real environment, it is useful. And as you mentioned, for example, regarding this different learning by doing, maybe I believe there are so many skills that tools that, as I mentioned once, that how to use the body parts in order to remember, for example, different fruits, that what kind of fruit you can put on your head and your ears, and then that but needs a bit practice with one peer that can be done.
Last but not least.
Well, the whole exercise was really nice. I mean, like very positive and very real life. And the person is also from the real life. She's using the Finnish language, which native Finns use. So I mean, like it was really good. About our part, I would say I find it good. In less time, she was saying that she was rude, but she wasn't very rude, to be honest.
Why is she rude?
She was like kind of agreeing or giving the options, which is like they normally do.
Mm.
If we are two only, maybe we have more time to ask or to improvise or to do something, because later when I was watching other people talking more, I was thinking that, okay, I can say that, okay, there are other
You'll have a
times.
chance. I
There are
promise.
times, yeah, of course. But I agree to what he said, that because I studied in Finnish course too, it's very like they treat you like you are not adult but but a child. So I mean, on that level, these type of experiments are really good if you share it with, let's say, Helsinki, Aikiosopisto,
Yeah.
or other institutes. It's really good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, all of you, for your comments. These are seriously golden moments for me. Moments of learning. And now to the questions that I want to ask you guys. They are very vague too, and I don't expect an extremely clear answer. It's your personal opinion, okay? And I will be very honored if you share something deep. Of course, it stays between you and me and my publication that probably tens of thousands. Not sure. Not sure. Okay, but the first thing, how challenging was this?
So we write in the notebook?
Yes, I'm going to write them here on the board. I want you to reflect on this and tell me, written down, how challenging was this exercise for you? You have to go? Okay. Can you, I'll send you a picture of this, and can you reflect on that too?
Yes.
Thanks. Great. All right. Were the goals of this exercise clear?
I didn't get it. What does it mean?
How challenging?
No. The second question I don't understand.
Where were the goals of this exercise
Where you need to say what?
clear?
Because
Were
where
they
means
clear?
Missa.
Huh?
You have written where, that means Missa. I didn't get the second question.
Where or were?
Were
Were.
sorry, yeah. Were the goals of this clear? I'm okay.
W-E-R-E.
Was this clear? What we did, like scenario. Help! I'm tired. Okay.
It was just the H on the where, like.
Yeah,
where.
I'm sorry.
No worries. I mean, everybody's in bad
Hypo.
state.
No, we are coming from that schooling only, where we are teaching a lot of
I'm
people.
sorry.
We answer now?
Yes.
Now?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
The third one. There's only 4. Don't stress. Did you get into character, like what Sam mentioned, that at some point he was actually the
Actually,
patient?
from minute one I got into that.
Yeah.
That's why I was nervous.
And if you have some keywords there that at some point, yes, I was actually the patient and I saw myself having the pain and these type of things I'm looking for. And the last one, you just have to write a number, okay? In a scale of 1 to 5, how self-conscious were you while you were acting? How self-conscious were you that you were actually in front of people and enacting something? Or did you, like you said?
Mhm.
Did you get a notebook?
Yes.
You should be.
I don't have pens. Problem is that.
Okay. Does anybody have
I
an
take
extra
pictures.
pen?
Is it possible?
The thing is that I need to keep those for you.
I have
Aha.
a pen.
Thank you. You shouldn't take it home.
Yep.
The third one, what?
Did you get into character? Were you the actual customer? Did you feel like?
The last question on the scale of 1 to 5, 5 being
How
the
so?
highest.
Yeah. Good question.
And fourth one?
Hmm? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, how self-conscious were you?
No, thanks, sorry. I was thinking about when I'm giving up. If you require when I bring my laptop tomorrow, is that okay? You'll be requiring it.
Okay, and once we're done, if you just give it back to me, we are pretty much done for today. Thank you very much, guys. I enjoyed it.
Thank you very
Really a lot.
much.
I hopefully see you tomorrow and Friday. But
Yeah.
yes, thank you. Have a good evening. You too. Thank you. Challenging, was it difficult? Like looking up the words and the whole
One is
thing,
the
was
highest or
it,
5 is the
did
highest?
you have to push like to get it through?
1 is the highest or 5 is the highest?
5 is the highest. Thank you very much. What's your name? Okay. So I take it from here. What's your name? So you sent me, but did you fill the?
I just wrote that I'm a graduate in Moto and I would like to participate.
But you didn't get the pre-registration form. When did you send it in?
It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
It's probably arranged for me. I mean, the thing about it is that I have money for this course to give compensation for participants, but only for aid. So if you don't mind not getting your movie ticket,
Movie ticket?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna give you. The ones for this registration.
I think he also thinks the same way. We are here for knowledge.
That's
But
fine.
because there was the
The
Facebook
motivation itself is
invitation
motivation.
with
Mhm.
free admission, so I was like, yeah, what the? Actually, 2 of my other friends were also coming, but they canceled.
Okay.
So I didn't. It was written in the register, so I sent an email and no reply. So I was like, yeah, okay, free admission.
No, if you don't mind not getting your movie ticket.
Yeah, sure. That's my
That's
fine.
That's fine. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's about if anybody complains, I didn't get a movie ticket. Well, it's because you didn't register.
Well,
so I
we
need
are
to do.
mostly coming from different countries, so whatever movie you say, we'll find in the internet in any case.
You didn't hear from me. Okay. No streaming.
I didn't hear.
That's,
We don't stream, we hack.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Find it useful. Yes.
So 5:30. Just
Tomorrow,
same time.
5:30. No, 5:30. 5. 5 to 7:30.
Yeah.
5 to 7:30.
Yeah. That was another reason I was like.
Yes.
And the fourth one, we had already found there was no space, I written fourth.
That's very good.
And I want to say thank you very much for your kindness, you allowed me to come here.
Mhm.
I just saw your email, then I had time not to come, but I thought still I'll try.
Good.
So only the creaking door gets the oil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
day.
And your
God bless.
comments were really precious.
Thank you very much. You're being kind.
It's my first time here, so is this an institute or something? for teaching
Familia
language?
Group is an institute that belongs to the state, and they give out courses for free. This
Mhm.
course is for free.
All
and
courses?
All courses, yes.
Interesting. So can I find some catalogs and things?
Outside here, yeah, they must have everything, and their webpage is,
Yeah.
they have everything there.
Yeah. Familia or what?
RY. Bye.
I'm so sorry that I cannot make it tomorrow.
Alright.
But if it is okay, I want to join on Friday again.
Let's try.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, and all your comments are also like everything I need. Thank you so much.
Oh, I couldn't believe that I would feel so sad.
What?
I couldn't believe that I would feel so sad when I come here.
But this is the second verse, so if Familia wants it, then we can make more. Of course, it will be in the autumn because now it's like.
Yeah, I will keep my eyes open and my ears as well.
All right.
See you next time as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will translate the last one.
Self-conscious.
The last one, yeah, I don't understand. that.
Okay. Let me explain it. It's
Yeah.
easier this way. If you're self-conscious, you get shy.
Yeah.
You're like.
No, I am not shy.
Okay, but like they're looking at me, I'm not so comfortable doing this. This is not like, I don't see the point. When is this going to end? Things like that. That's kind of self-conscious. Like they're looking at me.
Little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Tell me how much. In the scale of 1 to 5, like this, I'm not self-conscious at all. I'm very self-conscious.
No, it's like between.
Like
3, yeah.
you tell me. 3?
It's not,
It's
two.
no. How do you
Two.
feel? Yeah,
Two.
think about it. All right.
So,
Two.
yeah. So it's fine. It was nice, but it was the dab like little bit like I feel
Hola.
like
Hola.
Pero te conmigo, ¿no?
Sí,
where I go.
hola.
Soy Jordi, ¿te acuerdas?
Sí, claro.
Mira.
Pero acabamos de acabar, ¿eh?
¿Cómo? ¿7:30 no me dijeron?
No, a las 5 empezamos.
Ah.
De 5 a 7 intenté.
A mí el servicio me dijo 7:30 empezaba. Qué raro.
Si quieres, ¿ya te vas o...?
Claro.
Ay,
No hay clases, ¿a qué me quedamos?
claro, seguimos mañana, pero bueno, me interesaba que vinieras porque fue lo que acabamos de hacer improvisaciones.
Ya.
Ya se fue la chica, pero...
Trataré mañana, pues. Claro.
Hey, en la semana entrante no en español.
¿Cómo es?
Lo
¿Qué es?
mismo, pero en español.
Ya, pero...
Del 2 al 4 de mayo.
Porque este es el finés, ¿no?
No, yo no doy cursos en finés. Yo
No.
enseño cómo aprender.
Ah, ya. Ya, bueno, pues ya me lo perdí. Gracias de todas maneras.
De nada. Ojalá puedas venir la semana entrante.
Ya, y lo que pasa es como te digo que a mí me da
Yeah.
a las 17
Yeah, how much you put it?
I
3
think-
to
If 5 is the most shy, then I could be 3.5.
yeah.
And
Like it was
so the most comfortable is 1, right?
no when you said 2,
Yeah.
like 2 you are like okay normal.
Uh-huh.
But when you say 5 you like you don't like it. It was really like
Don't like it. 5 is don't like it.
5 is like really you are shy and you say I want to go
Then I need to change.
like I think so.
I think it's a 3.5.
I think so.
Yeah, because before I write the 2.5.
Because it's the thing that 5 is like
I'm very self-conscious. Yeah, the most shy. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I 3.5.
yeah. Yeah, but it was really nice and thank you very much. So what tomorrow also we come at 5 also.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. He told me something. At 5. Yes, 5.
So if someone he have a like work or something, what he do? He send you a message or what?
They should tell me because this is the whole point. I
Oh.
can come.
I come, but the thing like how I send you a message or something.
If you're going to be late,
Yeah.
are you planning to be late?
No, it's not like this because like sometimes I have a work because I am science many problems with your hair or many problems. Work, do many things, go to social, go to your study. Now I have now like
What's your situation tomorrow? How's it looking? What do you have to do?
tomorrow I don't think I have like work at 5 o'clock. But
Okay.
if
They tell you like just before, like they don't tell you with more than a few days. So
it's like then 1 second say come or like my social wants something. But I don't think like I have. But I have like work also like after today or something. We have like I have to go to lunch or something like this.
Well, hopefully not. I hope you can come because
Yeah,
it's
I want
important
to
for.
come. Really, I want. Me,
Alright.
me too. I want because really I want.
Yeah.
I love it.
If
Really, I love it. But the thing, like I told you, like I don't like to lie. I told you, I love it. But like I was thinking, like, well, yeah, that, like.
But this is Finnish speaking. This is how you have to act outside.
Yeah, like
I'm giving you the
I
space.
feel like a little bit like shy or something. Like,
It's normal. You can work through that. There's ways of like do it more. That's the best way to stop being so self-conscious.
So the thing I learned from this,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice. I learned many things like today, really like today like also like we know like how the Finnish people speak and the police how we speak and the restaurant also how they speak and how I can answer them.
Good. Yeah.
It's nice.
That'll be good. I hope you come tomorrow.
I will. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
estaba totalmente el viernes a las 7:30. No sé por qué decía que el viernes a las 7:30. ¿El viernes es a las 7:30? No, acá lo que me quiero decir es que cuando yo he mirado la información, pero no entiendo, este acá no es de español. Entonces tiene mira, yo leí viernes a las 7:30. Hoy dice a las 5. Claro, pero como yo vi 7:30, entonces no decía viernes, ¿no? Le dije 7:30, yo leí acá. Pero dice al 28 de abril a las 7:30. Mira, pues, mira, dice acá a las 7:30. Pero está mal puesto, porque mira, 26 de abril a las 7 al 28 de abril a las 7:30. Entonces parece que el viernes es a las 7:30, por ejemplo. ¿No? Entonces, eso es lo que a mí me sacó de los juguetes de José. Y yo te escribí, ¿no? Tú me contestaste también. Sí, pero no lo vi. Como ese pareció un... Un año y 4 meses. ¿Ah? ¿Y tú? Casi 10 años. De Perú. De Lima. estaría yendo. Y claro, como no tengo competencia en eso, pues.